Hey guys, Silverlight here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the MEGO Corp Headless Horsemen. So without further ado, let's get into it. When the spooks have a midnight jamboree, they break it out with fiendish glee. But the one who's bad is the one that's cursed. It's the Headless Horseman, he's the worst. Cha! I told you I wasn't going to sing anymore, didn't I? Either way, as I said before, today we're going to be taking a look at the Headless Horseman. He is brought to us by the fine folks over at MEGO Corp, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This is my favorite MEGO figure so far. They have not topped this as far as I'm concerned. I love this figure. Probably would have been top 10 of that year had I actually got it in that year, and if I actually did a top 10 video that year. I don't think I did any of those things. I got this guy last year. I actually got two of these by coincidence. I walked into Walmart one day and saw him on the pegs with a damaged card. Or no, it was a damaged bubble. The bubble was like busted open. It was like missing a piece and everything. So I picked it up for, what is it, $12, $13? And then I got my pre-order from ZLC Collectibles way later. I think in like May or June of that year, last year. So, yeah. I picked this guy up early, and then wouldn't you know it, the damn cape came off on one side. So, good old Mr. Brian, my dad, the old man, whichever alias you like to affiliate him with, T-Biz, watch it. He was able to fix it with some black thread, and you really don't notice it. So, it's fine. Works for me. I don't see it. I mean, I can't see a lot of things, so yeah, I'll take it. It's at least not dangling off to one side anymore. So, that's a plus. Either way, though, this figure is pretty freaking sweet. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Headless Horseman is a public domain character. I don't think they had to go to anyone to get the rights to make this guy, so that's probably why it exists. Which, if that's the case, I'm totally okay with that. I know there are some iconic versions of this guy. The Disney one is the one I know the best. With the cool laugh and the Ichabod crane and horse that just look absolutely gangly and pathetic. I love that movie, though. Especially the Mr. Toad half. That was fun. But there's also the Sleepy Hollow movie with Johnny Depp. No, he's not a pirate in that one. He's Ichabod crane. And then there's the Sleepy Hollow TV series that was on, I want to say Fox or the CW, like 10 years ago. I was in high school, I think, when that was on. That was a good show. I actually liked that show. Didn't focus on the Headless Horseman for the majority of it. They actually went and did some other things. But those are the three iterations of the Headless Horseman I think most people recognize. The most recognizable ones. Of course, there's a Hallmark movie, which is just awful. But either way, we're not talking about all that. We're talking about the Headless Horseman here. And he is very kind of gimpy. He's got leathers on, man. He comes with this sword, though, which does stay wedged in his hand. Okay, I guess. It's a kind of cutlass fencing type sword. I do wish he had like a belt to put this in. They do have those on classictvtoys.com. I might have to snag one of those. But he, of course, comes with his gourd, his pumpkin head. If I set him down for a minute. This is Halloween as hell, man. Look at this. That's like Halloween incarnate. In that little pumpkin head. And it does have a little hole on the bottom. So if you wanted to, you could put it on the figure. I'll do that in a minute because there's something in the way right now. But looking at him, I mean, the rest of him, I guess at this point, he looks awesome. He's super cool. I will say he is a bit tricky to pose because of his leathers tugging on his arms all the time. But yeah, I love how this guy came out. It's got the cape. It's got some holes in it. Mine had a ton of loose threads hanging off it, of course, but it's got some holes in it. More like 2 holes. Kind of wish it went all out and had like 5 holes, but whatever. And up here is where it's sewn in. I think it would have been better if this cape was just a separate piece with a clear elastic or something. Or was stitched all the way around the collar, maybe. I think that would maybe have been a little better. But I don't know. It does have a collar piece, though. You can flip up if you want. Give him a Dracula kind of look, which looks kind of silly. I like just having this collar here. And speaking of which, you can see there's a peg for a head right there. We'll get into that in a minute. But his articulation, he's got a swivel in the arm. He's got a hinge in the arm, or the elbow. He's got the hinge swivel wrist. He's got the standard kind of MEGO hands going on. He's got the diaphragm joint. He does not have a shirt on underneath this. It's just his tight-ass leather pants, which... I don't know about you guys, but I like to see him make a Rob Halford with these. That'd be kind of fun. But you can kick in and out, move forward and back. He's got a single joint at the knee. And then he does have a hinge at the foot, but the boots get in the way. And these are like some pirate boots right here. The Young Frankenstein Igor figure utilizes these as well. I don't have a ton of these in my MEGO collection, these types of boots, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, this arm in particular feels like it's popping out of the... I don't think it is. I think it's just the suit's kind of tugging on it. But going back to the collar, if you unvelcro his shirt here, you have this neckerchief piece, which you can easily fold up and into the coat, which sometimes can be easier said than done. So you can do that, like so, exposing this peg here. It's a big old peg. What could that be for? Well, you remember the pumpkin head had a hole on the bottom. You can easily pop it in. And now you got a pumpkin head, which is awesome. And I'm probably going to display him like this, mostly because it takes up less room. His arm won't be blocking another figure's head. And I have to say, out of all the MEGOs I have, this is the one with the head that sits best on the body. I mean, yeah, he's kind of got no neck going on, but he's a freaking headless dude. It looks fine. Despite all that, it looks great. It looks so good this way. So, he's probably going to stay this way as long as he's on my shelf. I might have to get a sword holder to put this in, too. That'd be kind of nice to have it on his hip there, or like a belt to go across his waist. Because these types of uniforms typically have belts, but, you know, you can only do so much at the, what is it? I paid like $13 for this. The one I got off of ZLC was a little bit more expensive, but they're a smaller company. They're not Walmart. Putting his kind of cutlassy sword back in his hand. Yeah, I love this guy, man. He is awesome. Super cool. One of my favorite MEGOs I got right now. He is my favorite MEGO I have right now, I think. I don't think anything's topping this guy. Mask of the Red Death is close, because I love me some boneheads, but man, unless they do like a Grim Reaper, just a totally crazy looking devil, this guy is my favorite right now. I love this dude. I love how he turned out. Yeah, it would have been nice if he had a belt or, I don't know, a freaking horse. But, again, you can only do so much at the price point. I would have gladly paid $30 for this guy had he come with a horse that was to scale. That'd be awesome. Maybe they'll venture out into the Planet of the Apes line and make a horse for that they can repurpose for this guy later on. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. But panning the camera down a bit. There he is. He looks menacing as hell, too. He looks pretty cool. He looks like he's going to take care of business with his sword out like that. watch it comment section. I know what I said. But here he is next to a couple other kind of generic monster Megos. We got the Mummy. It's probably my second favorite of the generic monster characters. They're about the same height. Even though the Mummy has a little bit more of a neck going on. I mean, they do kind of have a neck outside of the head sculpt. They do have a bit of a stump on the torso. He's got like all black torso too, so if you wanted to use that for custom parts, you could. Here he is next to Mr. Hyde. Looks awesome. This is a triad of awesome right here. I like all three of these. I gotta say, MEGO's definitely picked up their game since the Target releases. Again, I'd go back to that because it was all boring shit to me, for the most part, other than Kiss, Jimi Hendrix, and the Monsters. Some of the Star Trek stuff was cool. I'm not the biggest Trek fan, though, so whatever. But, of course, we gotta compare him to our regulars, who he's gotta feel right at home with, now looking at him. We got Spawn and Brother Mandibulus, and the reason I say that is because he's got red and black. You can join the red and black crew. Look at that. Fits right in with these guys. I mean, not right in. He's tall as hell, but look at that. I just love how this dude came out, man. He looks so cool. I will say the suit, his jacket there kind of tugs on his arms a little bit so they don't sit flush against the body. But that's not that big a deal. Makes him look a little bit more dynamic. And it's one of the only ways you can get the arms to go out on these things. So I'll take it. I will take it. So with that being said, I would highly recommend you track this guy down and pick him up. He is awesome. I don't know if CLC still has him. But if not, I would definitely try and get this guy. He is super cool. I love the way he turned out. He was pretty desirable for a time. He was selling for $30-$60 for quite a while. So hopefully he's not that expensive. I would say $20 to $30 is max on this dude, just because he's so cool looking. But it's completely up to you. He is generic, so they could re-release him later down the line in some sort of variant. Supposedly there was supposed to be a variant of this guy, but I don't know. The other one I got is the exact same thing as this. And I heard that the first release is different from that, and maybe even this. Maybe that's why they look the same, because they are, but I don't know. Someone let me know in the comments if there was a variant on this guy. They look the same to me, so I have no idea. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. Stay tuned. We got plenty of MEGO figures coming your way. We're going to do a little bit more modern horror stuff. We're going to do Pennywise. We're going to do Leatherface. I'd like to get Reagan from The Exorcist and Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. I'd like to see him do a Jason, to be honest with you, but no word on that yet. Either way, don't forget to hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions, or live unboxing videos of all kinds of stuff. That's the time of this recording. I haven't done one in a while. Probably should, but whatever. But in case you miss them, I do upload them to IGTV afterwards, so you can watch them in their full train-wrecked glory. As always, don't forget to leave a comment section below. Let me know if you like this figure, if you don't like this figure, if you want this figure, if you don't want this figure, if you're jonesing for this figure, or if you're going to pass on this figure. Personally, I think everyone should have one of these. That is a MEGO fan or a Monster fan. I think it's fantastic. I think it's awesome. And they don't make a lot of Headless Horsemen figures nowadays. The last actual action figure I can think of that came out to mass market, semi-mass market, was the McFarlane Toy stuff to do with the Sleepy Hollow movie. Other than that, I don't think there was anything for the TV show. There really isn't much for that Disney movie, although Super 7 might make a Headless Horseman in their Ultimates line. Oof. Oop is right. That's going to cost a bit. Am I going to get it? Yes, but it's going to cost a bit. But as always, don't forget to keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, Look out! Beware! If you guys get that reference, good for you.